If you've saw the thumbnail, you know what I'm talking about today. It's competition. I hear a lot of people talk about how Amazon or any industry, really, any creative industry, YouTube, Amazon, uh, print on demand, art supplies, art items. I hear lots about competition and how there's just too much competition and how you just can't get ahead because there's so much competition. So we're going to start with some numbers. 8.2 billion people on the earth today, right now, you and I talking, roughly 8.2 billion with a B. Of that 8.2 billion, about 85% of them are literate. So we're just dealing with publishing here. That's roughly 6.7 billion people who can read your book. On Amazon as of 2023, 2024, their numbers were 2.7 million with an M books being uploaded annually every year without fail to the platform, according to the latest release numbers. Of that, for every book release, that leaves 2,581 people per book for each book. And I don't know anybody who only buys one book that actually reads, that only buys one book. So there are 2,581 people for every single book that is published independently. We aren't doing all the books. I understand that. I don't have the numbers for everything, but for every independently published book, as on KDP, we have more than 2,000 people. We could possibly, maybe, let's knock that down to 2,000 people even instead of 2,500. Let's assume with all the books we get, who can't live off 2,000 people reading your book? Are you producing more than one book a month? I don't know anybody who can't live off of that. So there's no reason to be a starving artist. Again, let's now take those same numbers or take those base numbers. That's 8 billion people. 8 billion, 8.2 billion to appreciate your art, to see what you have created. 8.2 billion people can look at something and appreciate it, can smell something and appreciate it, can hear something and appreciate it. Potentially, you're not even limited by literacy rates if you're creating art. And we can further break that down into specialties as artists. Some people want to be tattoo artists, are tattoo artists, are amazing creators. Some people are perfumers. Some people are digital artists and they make stickers and digital designs and t-shirts and hats and things. And then you've got your people who are making art books and comic books and coloring books. All of these are different specialties just within art. You've got YouTube creators that show how-tos. You've got YouTube creators that do discussions like what we're doing. I want you to have a very clear understanding of what competition actually is. As creators, we are not in competition with each other. We're not. There is so much available for us to go around. What we are in competition with is attention. We are looking to say, I have this. I have created this high quality, beautiful thing, and I need you to see it. That's that's what we need to do. That puts us in competition with ourselves, with their interests, with people being people. I have met quite a few really, really phenomenal artists, absolutely phenomenal. And I would recommend each and every one of them in different ways. One of my favorites, they are specializing in tattoos. They do incredible work. They designed one for themselves that is just absolutely stellar. They design cover-ups, they do really, really good work, and it's absolutely beautiful. Now, I personally don't have tattoos, but a lot of people I know do. If somebody asks me for a good artist, I know who to send them to. In the same token, a very close person to that person is another artist. They do digital art. It's a different kind of art medium altogether. It's a different kind of capability. It's a different kind of focus. They do a lot of print on demand. They do art for Twitch. They do emotes. They do logos. They create things to help develop a brand. It's a very different place than what you would give when you're going to go sit down in a chair and have someone ink you. Those they are not in competition with each other. They are artists. They are thriving as creatives. They are developing their skills. Each of them put a pen to can put paint to canvas. Absolutely. You have the videographer and the photographer, and their art both differs. It requires an understanding of lighting and motion and movement and environment, but it doesn't mean that the photographer is in competition with a videographer. They're not. And really, a photographer that focuses on weddings may not focus on your children's school pictures. And that makes them separate now. They have taken specialties. They are not in competition with each other. They need you to see what they do so that you can make a choice for what works best for you. Now, when we're dealing with highly localized professions, obviously that changes things up. We're not localized for a lot of our art today. We're not so hyper localized that we can't sell internationally, that we can't connect with people around the world, support them, lift them up, and help each other. Competition today is not against one another. The more we help each other, the more we can share each other, the more all of us rise. There is more than enough to go around. Which one of us could not live off of 2,000 people looking at our books a month or potentially purchasing our books a month? We don't look at the marketplace because it doesn't make this, it's not the same. Look at your books, look at your art, look at your craft, whatever your craft is. Find out how you can improve what you've already done. Push yourself to improve how people are finding out about you. And wherever possible, help another out. If you see a photographer who takes incredible images and puts them out on prints, and you have an audience for that, share the artist. Your audience will be grateful that you were honest with them, that you introduced them to somebody they wouldn't have might not have found without you. If you're an author and you know that you have a science fiction audience, or you know you have a fantasy audience, and you've read a great book, or you've connected with a fun author that you think your audience might get a kick out of, suggest it. You have a newsletter you are hopefully cultivating and sending out every week. That's what you do. That's where you send that information. You tell them, look, I just met this person. They're so good. They wrote this wonderful thing. And poof, now you've introduced your audience to this wonderful person and you're helping somebody up. I know we hear a lot about competition. We hear a lot about we got to pay to play. And in a lot of ways today, that's expected. Unfortunately, that's just the way the industry is growing. But there is no reason not to help each other. And there is no way that we have to be in competition with each other. We are in competition for making the better book. our better book, our better construction, our better product, our better whatever. Get with your editor, polish your work, get with your cover artist, get it polished. That's how you are going to sell more and do better. Don't worry about what other people are coming in and doing in a regard of seeing them as a negative to you. See what's working for them. Let them teach you by example. This is working. This is how they are promoting. This is how they are connecting. This is how they are doing. Let them lead you, teach you like a teacher would, but by setting the example. But they are not your competition any more than you are theirs. Do the best you can, continue to grow and improve, and help each other out. There is no reason for great artists, even in the same town, to not collaborate, to not work together, to not support one another. Often, when that is the case, art is one medium where I see the biggest difference. You will have an artist who is really, really good at murals, who can put up a wall with some really incredible, emotional, thought provoking art. And at the same time, they are not going to be able to sit down and ink your arm because they're just not. All three artists in the same town might be able to put a good little face paint on you, maybe, or on a kiddo, maybe, but they're not going to have the special effects thing if that's not their specialty. These are these are the ways that you can be the blessing, build your career, and not let competition stand in your way. When you are viewing each other or you are viewing others around you or friends or family or community as competition, you will stand in your own way. And I don't want to see that for you, and I don't want to see that for anyone else. All right, my friends, I hope this helps a little bit. I hope the perspective on competition helps find a way to ease the way you're looking at what you're doing. Take that first step, and if you need support, you've got a community here to reach out to. If you've got any questions, you want me to double check some numbers, although I hopefully would like to stop mathing for the night, drop it in the comments. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one.